Hey, what is up, guys? It's me, Toasty. Welcome back to Behind the Cast, BTCast. I'm your host, Toasty, and these are my co-hosts, Matcha. Sayu's
Heyo.
dead right now, so now we have Amy
Oh yeah.
as a little
By the
guest.
way, backstory for all of you audience here who's listening to the podcast. We had
Ignoring us.
Amy stuck here today, a ceiling fan. Yeah, just
Please
all
put me
fun.
down.
She's been up there for like the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, we just found
I
her there.
sadly had to be up in the ceiling because I couldn't afford the mouse rent, so I'm now a rat who lives on the ceiling because I couldn't afford my rent and I'm in
Yippee.
debt.
Finally. Finally.
Wow. Oh wow.
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
for supporting my debt. Thank you for supporting my debt and my moving. Yes.
Oh my god. But yeah, so Toasty, as the co-host of this, or host, shall we say, of this episode, what topics do we have here?
Oh, you want to know what topics we got going on? So we're going to talk about what are upcoming projects that we're all doing. So I'll have Amy go first because she's the guest for this episode.
Yeah,
So Amy,
go on.
what are your upcoming projects that you can talk about? Go into detail.
Upcoming projects. Thank you for asking. I think I currently am scheduling myself right now, but we do have big projects happening this like upcoming summer. Like I've been doing streaming and like it's kind of hectic. Currently I don't have anything to inform just yet for projects right now. I am saying I am creating bigger projects right now. Thank you.
You know what? This is my genuine reaction to that information.
Bruh.
Do you
What
want
the
to know my
hell?
genuinely reaction?
Hey, it's me.
No, no. Okay, no, no, so much. What?
Yeah.
What are upcoming projects that you're working on that you can talk about? What are you
I
allowed
guess
to talk
two
about?
projects, or I guess three projects that I'm doing right now. So there's two that I'm still working on, like editing, the process of editing right now, which is My Childhood Friend is Overprotective Chapter 2, the most acclaimed thing that I have on my channel. And then the second
Critically
one would be most highly acclaimed. And the second one is a new, it's a new comic that project that I'm doing. Like it's a one shot called A Prince of a Friend. That is gonna be there as well. So it's gonna be uploaded. I'm doing a double upload, and then the third one is basically a fan dub, which is from Tonikawa of Fly Me to the Moon. Or yeah, that's the actual title, by the way. So yeah,
Fly me to the moon.
yeah, there you go. Yep. So that's pretty much it. How about you, Toasty?
Can I even, I mean, it is my project. All right, so I'm
Yeah.
working on this project, and it's my project that you guys are a part of, but people watching here don't know it yet. So this is actually new information. Basically,
Exclusive, guys.
I'm working exclusive footage. So I'm directing this. I'm directing this project with Matcha alongside me
Yep.
as my co-director because he helps direct the people who are on the other side of the earth that I can't attend to because
Yeah.
time zones.
Time
I
zones,
know, right?
yes.
Crazy.
Hey,
Shocking,
time
isn't
zones
it?
exist, guys. Whoa.
What's the
exist?
deal? It's time zones. But yeah, no. So I deal with like the USA part of the cast, and he deals with like everyone on the other half of the world that isn't in the US. So
Yeah.
and basically I'm working on this Bocchi the Rock manga dub, and I'm doing like all chapters.
Yep.
And my plan is to get episode 1 done. The lines are almost done. I just need one more line for episode 1. Then we'll begin episode 2, which is pretty short. It's like only 3 characters for that one, I think, 4 characters. Then after that, I plan on doing 2 chapters per episode. So episode 1 is chapter 0 through 1. Episode 2 is chapters 2 through 3, and so on and so forth, up until whenever the thing ends. I also do plan on like when it's all said and done, I want to have all of the episodes mashed into one. So then I'll make like a big, like kind of like movie almost, like with every video, like every episode that I'm gonna put of this. to one big video. I don't know how long it's gonna be, so let's hope that my my computer can handle it. I'm over here editing feature-length films, so I hope that works out. But I'm working on that. Trying to get into like casting calls for like other Sonic projects.
Yeah.
Because like my whole channel at this point is like known as being the Sonic guy, so I do want to try like expanding outside of these comic dubs and just like like branching out to like fan games and stuff. So far, no luck. So, if anyone is watching who wants to do a Sonic fan game and needs a Sonic, come get me. I'm the guy. So, this is a spare change sign.
A spare change. Probably
spare
me as the editor. I'm like,
will work.
Put the Squidward footage, and I'm like, that's toasty.
Spare change, but I do want to do fan games like big time. Like I actually really want to. Not even just fan games. I also want to do like normal games as like different characters.
Right.
Aside from Sonic, I've been wanting to like do different fandom communities like type of dubs as well. I just thought it would be fun to like just build like audiences for different stuff. So like I'll have Sonic audience, which is like my main one, which I'm pretty happy with. Then I'll have like the Dragon Ball fandom that I'm also doing like a Dragon Ball dubs, like for whether it be the mangas or just like fan comics, yada yada. So that's mostly what I've been trying to do behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Really can't find a lot of DBZ comics that are really good. Especially.
Oh, I got permission from this one artist on Twitter. I love their comics, and like I'm working on those. I just need to find my Chi-Chi voice still, so I might ask one of the friends probably in our BTCast if they're interested. I don't know.
I mean, take your time, man. I mean, from my experience over here, it's not easy to find. I've seen pretty great content creators, but their content involves a lot of things that I can't say in here because it's TMI, and I could probably get myself screwed over. And the whole
do you just always find ways to manage to get yourself like nearly like canceled?
I think I was streaming. I think one of my experience was that I think the first time that I just started streaming with a great guy, we did a Halo Infinite stream together, and I mostly said a lot of things that could have probably got in the stream demonetized.
Right, boys. All right, time to look for that stream. If anyone can find the VOD, that'd be helpful. Find the VOD. Find the VOD.
Find the VOD.
VOD is it's a stream that I made with Trunks SSJ.
Father, I come back with the condensed milk, father.
No, but you could say that the stream was kind of very wild. I can't disclose a lot of it.
Cancel.
Jesus.
I just can't disclose it on here, nor in video.
I'm putting you on twitter.com. Oh, dude, okay, so before we get to the next topic, I did want to mention something that I saw was pretty crazy. So
go on. Go on.
So I heard that like what was it? I saw this video on TikTok and I didn't know what it was about really, but it was pretty wild. So this dude was like he was drawing and like he was drawing from left to right, and then he made like a whole thing like a printer. Like he was drawing like a printer, so he did like every little dot from left to right across the paper, and then he made like a whole like hyper realistic mural made out of nothing but dots. And I thought it was pretty sick.
I know that that kind of style of art. Like I've done those, so I'm like I know which one it is.
I mostly look at a lot of like conspiracy theory stuff on my TikToks because I think
that's wow, conspiracy guys. Yeah, conspiracy.
I think they're pretty interesting. Like, I'm not saying I believe in it, but I just think it's pretty like interesting to read into.
They're
like
interesting.
Cool,
yeah, like some conspiracies are very interesting when you kind of like look into it.
Yeah, and then when you look, when you go down the rabbit hole, you'll be like, wait, some of these things actually make sense, and it's like, you kind of get confused. You're like, wait a minute, it adds up, and it's like that's kind of fishy now that you think about it. And then you get sucked in, and then you're like browsing conspiracy theories for like 5 hours straight. Is what I did.
Basically, like
yeah, no, like I I don't know if I want to swear. I actually.
I mean, you
like,
can swear,
for
but
real,
it'll
like
probably definitely like especially to the Bible.
Okay, I for real like I went through my TikTok for like 5 hours straight looking up this one like topic about like UFOs because I thought it was pretty sick, and I was like, no, I'm not like saying like I think they're real, but I'm not saying I think they're fake. Kind of like agnostic about it, but I was like, oh, that's pretty cool because like it's a little interesting to like look like how they make up their reasonings for it, and I'm like, that's.
By the way, before you start the story, just a heads up, the music fits what you're about to say.
Oh, so it was a dark and stormy night. I was on TikTok, and then I was looking at UFO videos for like 5 hours. I look up, and the sun is out. It's like 7 a.m. when I look up, and I'm like, my eyes are like now starting to sting, and I'm like, oh wait, yeah, no. When I get sucked into like something that like interests me,
Yeah.
I don't pay attention to time at all. And then that's why my sleep schedule is so bad because
I mean,
get so carried away with
me
it.
too.
And
I'm so sucked into
Exactly,
the whole,
yeah,
YouTube
yeah.
stuff, and I was like, whoa, what the fuck? I spent like
yeah,
5 hours on YouTube.
I look off my screen. Yeah, I look off my screen and it's like daytime. It's morning already.
And I'm
like,
what the hell?
yeah, no, totally.
Yeah.
What about you guys? What do you guys like look at? What do you guys watching usually?
Okay, for me, I guess on YouTube. I mean, I watch like most likely funny content, but also I just kind of look at more like I guess psychology of like a character or something, like an anime character, or even like a psychology of this anime or something. It's kind of like, oh, that's interesting. I never thought of it this way, and I'm like, okay, let me go deeper into
Oh
it.
yeah.
And then it's like, oh, this is interesting. So I go down that rabbit
You
hole.
look at
and stuff.
everything.
Yeah.
So you go down your psychology rabbit hole, your psychological rabbit hole.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's how I kind of analyze stuff. I analyzed like stuff that I was like, okay, what if this were to happen? My brain kind of goes into
That makes sense.
like how my brain's kind of, what if this happened? Like that's how my brain works. And it's
What
like,
if
oh,
Goku was locked in the time chamber?
Yeah.
Have you guys seen those? Have you guys seen those like funny what ifs? It was like what if Goku was sent to Gulag as a baby, and it was like him in the thumbnail with Peter Griffin.
What the fuck?
They're both like.
Oh
I think it's an
my
actual
God.
video. Like
Oh
I
my-
think I remember like what was it like 2 years ago? I think like
Oh
I
my
searched this
God.
up and it was like what if Goku landed in Gohan?
What the fuck?
It was pretty funny though.
But yeah. Yeah, like I mean,
What about you?
Amy?
What do
Amy?
you look at? Yeah, what do you typically watch in your like free time? What do you like
Yeah.
watching?
Oh man. Oh, there's a lot. There's honestly a lot to say.
I know what you watch. You watch Dragon Ball GT.
I guess I could say like I think throughout these past like few months, like when Toasty like introduced me to Dragon Ball Z again, I was
Yeah.
like,
Same.
I known about Dragon Ball Z, but it really never clicked back into my mind.
Yeah.
Even when I was like way younger, like I look back to like Dragon Ball Z, like looking back on what I had and what I've seen,
Mhm.
it's pretty stupid of me when there's something I really get attached to, and I think one thing that really has have me so much attached to me, I think was like the Goku Black saga for me a lot, because I would be generally ranting as much information I could spill about Goku Black, and like especially like any other movie that I watch or like a big
Right.
fandom that I really admire, I would like spill the tea. And I think I think it's generally pretty funny to me that Toasty kind of introduced me back again to like Dragon Ball Z because fun fact, guys, he actually made me binge watch to
I
a lot
made
of
you binge like every movie.
Yeah.
Aside from OG Dragon Ball, but I made you watch
Exactly,
all
yeah,
of Z
except for-
and
yeah,
GT.
and GT. That's the same thing.
And
with
now
me.
you're starting the show. Exactly. Yeah, I'm starting to get Matcha. Me and Matcha actually need to continue watching more Dragon Ball movies.
Yeah.
I introduced him to Broly first, like the legendary Super Saiyan
Yeah.
Broly movie,
the
because I thought that was
Broly
like,
movies and stuff.
yeah,
I think I
no,
generally-
because those go hard. Because I told him, I tell him this every time. I'm like, okay, so you can get 3 movies to watch in one sitting. We get Dragon Ball Heroes, Dragon Ball GT, A Hero's Legacy. We get Dragon
Yeah.
Ball Z, Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, whatever, right? Then we get
Yeah.
like Cooler movie, like the Revenge of Cooler, or like
Yeah,
Return of
Revenge
Cooler,
of
whatever. I
Cooler,
forgot.
yeah.
Cooler's
See-
Revenge, yeah. And then
Well,
What else?
now Are you ready to move on to the next topic, y'all? Let's see.
Yes. All
I mean,
right, all right.
I mean,
So
it
this one is
connects
on
by
the
the
topic of anime.
Dragon Ball is like, like
It
an
does,
anime,
yeah.
so-
It connects
so,
to the topic of anime.
so,
The
yeah.
next one is what are animes you guys all like? I guess your peak. Like, what's your number one anime? You choose it
No,
over every
peak,
other
yeah,
one.
peak.
Don't
You can
do
only
this
choose
to me.
one.
You're gonna
Only
only choose
one.
one, y'all.
Yeah, you only choose one.
There's so much.
There's so much, but you have to pick one. Pick one.
It could be okay. How about this? One
Yeah.
like old anime, like we're talking like 2000s, 90s
But
anime.
like, let's say like new.
And then you have your
let's
yeah,
say
and then
newer.
you have and then your second option can be your favorite like modern anime, I guess.
Yeah. Older and modern. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, Matcha, you want to go first? What's your favorite old anime first?
Okay, old
So,
anime. This
90s
is like
and 2000s.
super niche, and like people know this anime, like this anime and manga and stuff, which has been long running.
Uh-huh.
If there's I'll give you that hint. One long running one. It's Detective Conan. Yes, that is one of my favorites because I like murder mystery and stuff. I mean, it's a
peak.
pretty good. It's the peak stuff. Like I grew up watching like Detective Conan, and like that's how I kind of got started into like reading through psychology and stuff. It's like because like Conan has those kind of stuff, but like characters having that moment, and I was like, whoa, that's cool. Going
It's
off
pretty
the
cool, yeah.
modern anime.
Mother.
Modern like anime. I guess it's like again, this is the peak. This is like based answer. Okay, based.
Is it based?
Based. I think you know which one this is.
All right. I think I know. I got it already. I locked my answer.
Go for it.
What is Oshinoko? What is Oshinoko? Is that the answer for the trivia?
Yep.
I won $1 million. Yes.
Oh, no,
man.
calm down. No. Can't afford.
Yeah,
I
we
can't.
spent our entire budget making that new sign for our podcast.
Yeah.
We dug through the trash and we found this
Yeah.
neon sign that said
Yeah.
BTCast, and that's
Yeah.
how we found.
I gave them like my 50-cent coin dollar that I had left.
50-cent coin dollar.
What?
Can we back it up to 50-cent coin dollar? Like there's so many things wrong with what you just said with that. my
Matter.
my
Listen,
50-cent
guys,
coin
listen.
dollar.
What the
No,
hell?
it doesn't matter.
Oh
It
my
doesn't
god.
matter. Listen, like I said at the beginning, I'm a rat who was in debt. I am a rat who lives
Clearly
now
knows
in
nothing
Italy.
about the economy.
Clearly.
Well, guess what? I only gave you 50 cents because I couldn't afford the rest of it.
No, you didn't. You gave me a 50-cent coin dollar.
Oh, yeah, I wanted a 50-cent coin dollar. Alright, guys, it's our coin dollars now, guys. I only gave them like coin dollars because like my coin dollars are like running out
Yeah.
slowly, and since
Coin dollars.
1K
my
million debt, 1K million debt, I owe like
1K million in debt. 1K million in debt. I'm pretty sure that'd just be 1 million.
oh. No,
1K
guys, but
million.
I'm here for the stupidity. Like,
I mean that's what we kind of have here. But yeah, going off the basis
Yeah,
of
like,
I guess
that's why it's
modern anime, by the way, like yeah, Oshinoko is one of them. Reason in case. I've said this many times. I think Toshi knows this and Amy knows this. Yeah, he got me into the
We
voice
talked
acting.
about it.
Yeah, it got me into the voice
Yes,
acting.
yes.
So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I mean other than that, it's like most animes are pretty good. Okay. This is a hot take. Everybody. This is a hot take.
Pretty good.
No,
Okay.
no. This is a hot take. This is a hot take for modern anime right now, and for this season. Let's say that some are good, but some of them are mid.
Oh, you hear that? He's calling your favorite anime mid. If your anime's not on the list, Matcha called it mid. Yeah. All right. Time to light it up on Twitter. I already got my keyboard out.
I'm
already-
I'm gonna get flamed,
Yep.
guys. Damn, that's
Oh
crazy.
yeah, I'm already. I'm posting you on Twitter.com. Let's
But yeah,
see.
what is your like I guess anime that you like from your like older and like newer I guess or modern anime Toasty?
Oh, for me? Okay.
Yeah.
So all right, so we'll have Amy go last for this one. For me, I'd say like my favorite old anime. I'm pretty sure everyone knows it. Like it's beyond obvious. Everyone knows it's gotta be Detective. No, I was kidding. Mine's my favorite. My favorite anime is like from like the 90s and stuff like that. Would probably just be like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, first of all, I mean, I am Vegeta. No, I was kidding. But first of all, I mean, I just love it. Like the art, the music,
Yeah.
especially the English dub, is really good too.
Yeah.
I like the US, like the American soundtrack, because the American soundtrack gets their own unique one from back in Z.
Yeah, it has
they're in
a
Funimation
unique
dub.
likeness to it as well. So
Yes.
yeah.
I'll also say like, I don't know, I just love the art. I mean, I draw like Goku every day at this point, to the point where like I draw Goku like 90% of the time without a reference, and it'll just be muscle memory whenever I do like a portrait of him.
Just imagine I'm gonna as the editor, just like I'm the editor. Just imagine Toasty, and then just the room is just filled with like papers of like Goku drawings.
Yeah,
of
no, like
Goku.
my room is like full of just Goku, so I'm just like frantically looking around, and everywhere I look, it's Goku. Like I'm dressed up as Goku when I walk around. It's like my daily routine to just draw this guy,
my god.
and like a shrine or something. But
But
I
yeah.
mean, in terms of like new anime, I'm not too fond of Dragon Ball Super, because like it's kind of
Right.
mid in comparison to Z. And this is like just my personal take. I'm not saying it is mid, but
No,
to me it's
no.
mid.
But like yeah.
But like I'd say my new favorite anime right now, it's this it's actually this Chinese anime, and I told this like a bit to people, and I was like talking about it on Twitter once. But
Yeah.
my new favorite one is like God Troubles Me, and it's like this comedy like anime at the moment. I'm on season 2 right now, so I'm not finished with it. So, but so
Right.
far it is my new favorite, and it's about the story of like this girl, Ting is like they call her short, right?
Yeah.
But like her full name's like Sumo Ting, right? But
Yeah.
they call her Ting. So anyways, so she barely turns like what? I think she like turns like 24 years old, and then her parents kick her out of the house.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, you got to live on your own now. You're an adult." It was like, "You're holding us back because we need to go back to our home world or like travel." And then and she's like, "What are you talking about?" And then she says, like the parents, they're all like, "Actually, we're from a different dimension. You know, we're like monsters, blah blah blah." And like you're half god, half monster. And they're like, "Oh my god, do I have powers?" And they're like, "Nope, actually, our DNAs aren't really that compatible. You were born as a regular human with no powers." And then after that, she signs a contract with this god, I think, and then his name's like was like Food God or like Mr. Food, whatever.
Yeah.
And then he's like the landlord for the apartment. And then so now most of like almost anything she sees turns into like a human form, kind of.
So like a
right?
humanoid sort of, yeah. Like
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
so like her phone apps become like kind of humanish, like forms that she can talk to and interact with, like physically too. And it's like it's really funny most of the time. Like I'll tell you this: the entirety of season 1 and 2 so far is like every episode I've laughed at it. I've at least chuckled like 30 times.
That's when you know you've made a good anime right there. Like,
Oh, it's great! I love like the voice acting, the art, it's so funny. It's just too funny.
That's
for me.
there's also the same equivalent to the same equivalent to what Tosia is. I think you know this one. Both of y'all know this. I think it's Amy knows this one as well. Kage-sama Love is War.
Kage-sama.
Yeah,
I
Kage-sama.
knew it.
Yeah, Kage-sama. It has that same feeling to it. I'm just like, yeah, I
kind of get the same thing. A lot of it is,
I
like,
watched
Boardwalk
most of the
Break,
episode
too.
of Kage-sama because I was like, dude, it's funny. There's so many funny moments in the anime that's
Too
just,
funny.
like, too funny, bro. It's hilarious.
Oh, and when they get emotional in the God Troubles Me anime, like when they get emotional, sometimes like they try to make it sad. It actually is like pretty sad too, and I'm like, oh man.
I mean, that's
kinda bad.
how it is. Yeah, like, I mean,
Yeah. Let's see. Oh wait. Okay. So now it's Amy's turn. Amy, what is your favorite like old anime, like from like 70s, 80s, 90s?
Yeah,
whatever? What's
70s,
your
80s,
favorite? Like,
yeah,
it's pick
yeah,
one
90s.
from like old stuff.
I mean, honestly, there's, I know, like ever since, like, you know how I spoke in my
Only
experience-
one.
Oh, ever since, like, you know, Toasty clicked me back to Dragon Ball Z. We, like, us, my parents and I, like, you know, because we're Hispanics, and, you know, honestly, he didn't have as much technology, and I didn't grow up to see as much anime, but the one that always clicked me back, that Toasty really helped me click back to my childhood, has to be Dragon Ball Z. And I know a lot of people are gonna really shit on me for this, but like, I grew up with the Spanish version a lot.
Oh.
Like, looking back at it, like hearing it now being so modern, like the talking in Spanish dubs of Dragon Ball Z, and like looking
Right.
it back, I honestly, it's insane to me, and I genuinely love Dragon Ball Z. And looking back at it in English, I'm like, holy shit, there's a lot. And
Right.
like that has to be like one of my honestly genuinely pretty like classic anime the night, like when I was so younger, even it was like released for so long. And
Oh yeah, dude, you gotta remember it. Remember when I showed you guys the movies in the English dub specifically
Yeah.
because they had like the most badass like OST that came with it.
No,
They use like real
they have
band
some
music.
Badass, like,
They use
yeah.
OSTs, bro.
They use like Haji's Kitchen, like they did that one. They did like Pantera. Like
Oh,
I
that's
they did
listen
like
to
good, yeah.
Deftones.
they
love
did
Deftones.
they put death tones in the movies as well. Like they had their
That's
songs.
crazy.
Like
That's crazy.
dude, I'm
I love
telling you,
Deftones and,
Z
like,
Z
everything.
era Funimation had like the craziest soundtrack of all time.
Oh yeah, I know.
Mhm.
Totally.
Okay, and now for the part 2. Amy, what's your favorite modern anime? Only one.
Yeah.
You can only pick one.
One.
I think a lot of people would be like so biased about this, like, you know,
On.
like, you know, a lot of people are comparing it to now, like
Dragon
it's
Ball
always
Super. No, I'm
seemed
just kidding.
like, no. I listen, I watch Dragon Ball Super, but I wouldn't call that my modern anime for now.
Right.
Honestly, a lot of people are gonna think I sound biased for this and like sound like
Go
I'm
on.
being like just. Like, it has to be Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan, and honestly, it's been here around for like so long, and like
I was gonna make a joke about Attack on Titan. I don't know how to say it.
How bad
I
is that a
honestly
joke?
know what like with its it's about historical. It's like it goes into political themes and like
Oh
honestly,
yeah, I
with,
definitely
like, you
can
know,
tell.
like,
Yeah,
the thing that
like,
goes,
it
into it, like I won't
political themes.
it so much into it because like you know it could cause like a hectic argument between like a lot of people throughout the media. Like I understand what it really is about and like what it's talking about.
Right.
Seeing Attack on Titan have this big impact with like, you know, a lot of people, I think it also had a big impact on me as well. These characters, like, you know, develop slowly with their character development. Like, yeah, with other animes that I've like, you know, from Matcha and Tosi, there's a lot of characters who like honestly have great character development if it takes the good time to be like, you know, doing the writing and honestly
Yeah,
really
and
focusing
then
on the
like how you can
character.
also invest it in the character as well. Like, you know, like you're invested on like the journey of the character. That's the best part of like watching any kind of show. You're invested to the main character. So, yeah. Go over the basis, Amy. You want to say anything else? Oh wait.
Oh, I
Is that that was your final decision?
Yeah, was that your final
guess
decision?
those are my final decisions.
All right. So
All right.
we do have another third thing, and I mean, if anything, we could probably go more after this if we're feeling like it. But what do we do in our spare time? Like, what do you guys do like outside of
Oh.
making video? Like, you can't say you're editing a video, you're working on any
No.
video, you're not writing a
No.
script.
No.
It cannot be work
Bro.
related. What do you do outside of work of like voice acting, anything, or script writing, or directing,
All right.
aside from like work? What do you guys do in your spare time?
Okay, this is quite interesting. I'm just like I'm watching like I guess any Netflix shows or something that I'm find interesting. But also I just play like some games on my Switch. That's pretty much it really for me. I'm just like, yeah, or play around with like PS2 a PS2 system. We don't want to call
playing Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
Yeah, but we don't want
and
to
then-
we don't want to end the fight with the E word. Okay. You don't want to say the E word.
What's the E word?
Emulator.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're evil. You're pure evil. You're a super villain. What the hell? Can't believe you
But
just
yeah,
did
no,
that.
like most of the time I just play video games. That's it. Like play video games and like And like probably I just walk around like somewhere if
Did you
anything.
hear that noise that Amy made? Anyway,
Yeah.
so as I was saying, basically, it was just like, the hell was it? Oh yeah, so in my
Yeah.
spare time, I usually kind of like, do like tons of like drawing. Like, you guys know I always send art
Yeah, of course.
and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I usually like play lots of Call of Duty, like a lot of shooter games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm playing tons of Call of Duty, like all of the like I have a whole shotgun montage that I made
Yeah.
once. You guys know this. I made,
Link
like,
in
a
the
shoot
description
for the
down below,
beat.
guys, if you want to check that out.
Yeah, you guys should totally check out my gaming channel. Like, it's really epic. I mean, I'm probably gonna like I still have the gaming channel, but I was thinking of adding like the gaming videos to my
Basically, you
main, like,
merge
voice
it.
acting
It's a
channel.
merge in a sense, yeah.
Yeah, like I was gonna do both, just cause like I don't know. I mean, I'm not like deleting the other one, but like I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's
I-
pretty much like I mean, like for like again, like with you, Toast, I'm like, yeah, playing games. That's what we kind of do. It's just like the three of us here.
If we're not voice actors, we're probably just playing video games all the time.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's like, or even better. Sometimes we just like, yeah, let's play like a co-op game or something, and play like all of us, the three of us playing something that like have multiplayer, and it's like, yo, let's just see if it works, and it's like, we did.
Yeah.
1K scenario, Brawlhalla, everybody.
Dude, anytime it's Brawlhalla, oh my god, I forget. Yeah, the Brawlhalla video me and Matcha made together. I'm thinking back to it. I just the only thing that rings in my head when I think of Brawlhalla with Matcha,
Yeah.
my throat. I just keep thinking of the video where it's just us and then I'm screaming like so loud that it sounds like tires screeching, and it's just like I'm kind of curious how I haven't broken the sound barrier yet in my own bedroom.
I'm curious
like
as well.
my god, I scream. Like
Yeah, I can definitely tell because like funny thing.
you guys know you play with me. Like you guys know I'm like out of anyone we play games with, out of anyone we've ever played with, I scream the loudest because good golly, you look at the video footage,
Yeah.
and you tell me I'm wrong, I'm gonna slap
No.
because like dude, no, there's no way you can tell me I'm wrong because that is way too loud for
That's a lot.
any
bro. I'm just
situation.
I'm just like,
I
this
sound
is
like I'm
some
getting
genuine
murdered.
fear.
Like I'm like 90% sure that the landlord here probably is gonna like give us like a noise complaint. It's like, hey, Toasty, quiet down. Like, cause like, geez, like it hasn't happened yet, but
It hasn't
because I
happened
always, whenever I'm recording, it's next to my window, so. And my window's like open because I like to let the breeze in, so I'm yelling at the top of my lungs. You would be walking down to like a liquor store, and then you'd hear me down like 3 blocks, 4 blocks down, and then all
Just
you
like
hear
the
is
muffled,
like you hear like a loud
the
screaming.
muffled screaming.
Yeah,
Because
it's just let me
yeah.
like you'd hear
Oh, you
that
ever wanna
in the
even
distance.
Hear how I even fucking scream.
I mean,
You'd hear
what
loud screaming.
Both of us heard you screaming, and it's like it's loud. It's
In
loud.
fact,
It
guys,
is.
I do generally scream like even more than Toasty. Like it's not a general high pitched scream. It's
No.
like just literally
Absolute
saying like
raw,
I
just
found
the
a
absolute
flippin'
raw. Just-
spider.
Oh yeah, she just cusses a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna say what though.
No,
I'm not gonna say it.
No,
but
they're not gonna.
There's a lot of swear words.
There's a lot of swear
A lot
words.
of
We don't want
swear
we don't want YouTube here to demonetize us.
I don't
So-
I don't typically swear like
Yeah.
outside. Like I mean outside of YouTube, yeah, like I'll swear like in a call sometimes. Like I don't know,
Oh,
like
like-
it's usually if like like for mostly like comedy. Like if we're joking, then like I'll swear. But like
Yeah.
when it's
Or,
like in a
like-
video, I try my best not to swear like little to none at all. Maybe like in a gaming video, I'll drop a few like F bombs,
Yeah, a few
S
F-bombs.
bombs, whatever, and that's it. But like, and even then, I'll like censor that out. But like 90%
Yeah.
of the time, if I'm swearing in a video, I always censor it because like I don't know. I just like
Yeah.
because
I mean, okay. and,
YouTube is kind of bad because they I don't want my video to get demonetized for dropping too many F bombs.
Talking about YouTube with censorship, I remember like a new rule where it's like, oh, YouTube, you can't on YouTube you can't swear like in the first.
You can't do it within like the first 7-15. I wait until like the the until like the first like 20 minutes, then I'll like, or not 20, I mean after the
20
first like
seconds,
5 minutes, then I'll like, yeah, 20 seconds, I'm not minutes, yeah, 20 seconds, then I'll like probably drop in like a swear. Even then I'm still gonna censor it, which is fine. It's just like, thing is, because like now that I have like a monetized channel, like, or like you know, I can monetize it, it's just like I don't want to lose that if I got too many swear words going around.
Yeah, that's why like I'm just like, yeah, I mean there's a one way out for me, like how I kind of battle like my stuff, like how if I swear and stuff. I was like fudge or something. Fudge. I was like fudge, and then instead of that, I was like fudge, or the another one. It's like biscuit.
Biscuit. Anytime I say like you can censor this if you want. Anytime I say hell in a video, it's either like I'll just drop it and just like oh what the hell, or like I'll just like sometimes if I feel like I want to censor it, just because I'll just say what the hiffle.
I mean, we have different ways of like how we filter ourselves in a sense. Like if we're doing a YouTube video, it's like
I'll be like
what the fudge
instead of the F-bomb, like instead of the F-bomb, I'll be like what the freak, like what the freak.
Or even better, you remember in Guardians of the Galaxy, they can't say the F word, so they use flark. Is the flark? Remember that, Toasty? Flark.
The most insane thing is that I like, even I like, you know how I mentioned I've been streaming, and like the one thing that I try not to do is like try to get my friend
you're gonna get your friends demonetized at this point. If you're gonna swear, just like mute before you swear, like after while you're swearing, and then
you like have like probably because Discord have a soundboard, so probably like use that.
Because like, no, here's one thing, like you guys know, like I have zero chill when it comes to cussing, and like it's very hard to like contain to not curse.
Amy cusses me out every single time. I always get cussed at. I was kidding.
No, I do cuss at Toasty like sometimes. Sometimes when like
every single night I cry myself to sleep.
No. He doesn't. That's a whole lie. Like I promise you guys, like I care about my friends here. Like I genuinely do.
Unless no,
I
chill.
Okay.
Like I wouldn't like just be that, like I'm not the rude type to like curse at people, but when it comes to very serious Toasty, shut
unless
no, definitely. Don't make me curse you out. I will get this.
Can't do that. Match is the editor. He can censor and cut anything out.
Kobe!
He has the power. Yeah, who's your favorite basketball player?
Kobe!
What was it originally say? Like genuinely saying this as like, you know, like off, like, you know, probably you know, like when I'm doing stuff like that, you know, like it's hard not to cuss even when you're pissed off. Like I know this topic should have been like, you know, about like what we do in our mean time, but like
I think this adds more.
Oh yeah, no, what you do in your mean time is swearing people.
No, oh my
that's your hobby. Is that your hobby?
I'm done. No, I'm done. God. No comment. I'm done. Goodbye.
I'm sorry. She muted.
Oh my god.
Okay. Well, that was the episode. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. and we'll see you in the next video. All right. Bye.
All right.
You win. Perfect.